We all have times when we worry, whether it's about work, health, family, relationships, or a lot of other things. But is there a point when you can think and worry too much? Then you are overthinking. If you're creating problems that don't exist and drowning in a sea of unnecessary worry, then you might be overthinking. If you find yourself trapped in a never ending loop of thoughts and constantly analyzing and over analyzing every aspect of your life, then you might be overthinking. And this overthinking can infiltrate every area of our lives, and it can hinder the ability to make decisions. It can also cause anxiety, and it can also steal away our peace of mind. But why do we overthink? Well, it is often rooted in our desire for control. We want everything to be perfect, and we believe that if we think hard enough, we can somehow prevent negative outcomes. And it is a habit that can be hard to break. It is a vicious cycle of negative thoughts that builds and builds, or feels like you're spinning down a rabbit hole. For example, you may start worrying about a specific situation at work, which leads to worrying about money, which leads to worrying about losing your job, ending up in a loop of unnecessary thoughts. So, how can you overcome this overthinking? There are some tips and strategies you can follow in order to get over overthinking. Try to set up a period aside for thinking about whatever you're worrying about. Try and isolate the time. At least spare 30 minutes in your day to think about the things you need to worry about. During that time, write down all your thoughts, all your worries, and then go through your list and highlight the worries which can be solved easily and on which you have control over. Then spend some time to think about solutions. For the items you have no control over, like someone else may be in the situation and they might be responsible for the outcomes as well. So, those kind of situations you have to let go until your next worry period. This helps you to isolate the time you're worrying for, and this helps you to get a grip on your worrying or your overthinking, and this helps you to get a control over your overthinking and rethink your what ifs. Do you have constant questions like, what if I lose my job? What if I get sick? These thoughts are normal, but it becomes a problem when you focus only on the negative outcomes. So, always have a concrete plan in place for all your what ifs. What if I get sick? What if I lose my job? Do you have a plan if you lose your job? Or do you have a plan if you get sick? So always have a plan in place and write them down. Write it down like, what if I face this situation? Then I'm going to do this. And if you have a plan in place for all your what ifs, even if you're not going to do those things, your mind will be free from worry and you will not be overthinking about that particular what if. And Try reframing your negative thoughts. Instead of letting your negative thoughts take control over you, challenge and reframe them into positive and empowering thoughts. And try to distract yourself whenever you're in the habit of overthinking. Try and distract yourself by activities like meditation, reading a book, or taking a walk. And this can help you calm down and stop overthinking. And finally, if all this doesn't work, you must always seek professional help. And so, that is how you'll become a happy person who can stop overthinking and who can actually live in the present moment and not be boggled down by all the worrying thoughts in your head. And break free from the chains of overthinking. Embrace the present, trust in your abilities, and live life which is filled with clarity, peace, and joy. And always remember, overcoming overthinking takes time and effort. So be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. I hope you found this video interesting.